Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another Coffee Shop Thursday. It's right in the middle of autumn. Oh, it's just gorgeous outside, and I'm sitting back at our cottage under the roof because it's just kind of nutty out there right now. It's windy, it's rather warm, but it's cooling off. The sun is shining, and then it's raining. It's just all over the place today, so I'm going to sit here just to be safe. But hey, let's talk coffee shop with your friends. Yeah, because today you were getting into the gospel lesson that's coming up for this Sunday, and it's in our 22nd chapter of Matthew. And if you remember, Jesus, in context, he has entered into Jerusalem on Palm Sunday. He's had a couple of incidents where he's gone up against the chief priests and the Sadducees, and now he's in his confrontations with the Pharisees. And this is the last one that he has. This is the last one in which they're trying to trick Jesus into saying the wrong thing. Now remember, the Pharisees were the keeper of the law. They are the ones that made sure that we followed the law of Moses, the law of God, the Torah, and they would also work to interpret it. And Jesus, as a traveling rabbi, naturally now they're going to come to him and see what he has to say about the Torah. And if he goofs up, man, they have him nailed almost literally to a cross. Although, as we know, they couldn't do that. They would have to get him on some other trumped up charge of treason against the government. But hey, that's going to happen in just a few days in his life, in the context that we're reading. But for now, the baiting is on, so to speak. They go up to Jesus and they ask a very simple question. Let us know, teacher, rabbi, what's the greatest commandment of all? Now, you and I, probably when we hear that, what's the greatest commandment, first thing we're thinking, okay, which are the 10 commandments? And that's probably what was intended by that question. But that's not what happened. Oh, yeah. What is it? Yeah, Karen? Oh, it's our friend Karen here at Coffee Shop Thursday, and she says she knows the answer to this. Okay, Karen, let's hear it. What did Jesus do? Yeah, that's exactly right. Jesus didn't go to any of the 10 commandments. No, because he knew the minute he picked one over another one, they're going to say, well, why not this one and why not that one? And I mean, no matter what he would answer, it would be wrong. You know what he did instead? Exactly right, Karen. He went to Deuteronomy. And in Deuteronomy, now this is Moses giving instruction to the people on the law of God, which included the 10 commandments, but did a lot more than that. He went to what's called the Great Shema. The Great Shema. Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God. Well, let me read it to you because I don't want to mess up any of it at all. Here we go. Deuteronomy, the 6th chapter, verse 4 and following. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord alone. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your might. Keep these words that I am commanding you today in your heart. Recite them to your children and talk about them when you are at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you rise. Bind them as a sign on your hand. Fix them as an emblem on your forehead, and write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. What words are we supposed to memorize and write everywhere and have everywhere? You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And that's exactly what Jesus told them. But you know what? He went a step further. Did you realize that, Karen? Yeah, he went one step further. Now he goes to the book of Leviticus and he pulls a Bible verse out there. Leviticus 19, verse 18. Oh, He only took part of the verse, but here it is. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. So love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and strength and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. He said, on those two things, Jesus said, all the other commandments hinge. Now, remember this. When you're making reference to the commandments, we think, and so do a lot of people, and so did some of the people back in, we're talking about the 10 commandments. And don't forget, we've already talked about this. There's no such thing as 10 commandments. They are the 10 words. The 10 words. That's what Moses brought down off the mountain. The 10 words from God. Now there's lots of commandments, lot of statutes, lots of laws, lots of whatever you remember. Psalm 119 lists a whole bunch of different words for the Torah or the law of God. But it's more than just those 10. It's a lot of other stuff that's included in there. But Jesus said, hey, let's make it simple. Love the Lord your God and love your neighbor as yourself. Wow, that was quite revolutionary. And once again, the Pharisees just left shaking their heads. He got them. Here they've been trying to trap him in his words several times now, and each time he knows exactly what to say. But it's what he does tell us here and now. It's what he speaks to us. And what I'm going to do, I know in my sermon coming up this Sunday, we're going to talk more about that Leviticus chapter 19, because it's there that Jesus talks about, not Jesus, but Moses is talking about what it means to love your neighbor as yourself. And I think that's what Jesus is pointing to. He's saying, hey, do you do any of that stuff? Do you pay attention to what's written in the book of the law? Well, there it is. Look it up. Pay attention. Do it. Live it. On a Sunday coming up, which is Reformation Sunday as well, a Sunday in which we celebrate God's graciousness and love toward us. As the Apostle Paul put it, even though we were still sinners, he died for us. All of that still points back to the love and graciousness that God shows us by giving us his law and his commands and his words. Okay, enjoy your cup of coffee. Enjoy a wild and crazy fall day. Hopefully the sun does come out and it does start shining once again, as it already has a couple times today. But as always, God's blessings be with you. Have a great day.